السلام عليكم. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
الحمد لله الواحد الأحد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له في ذاته وصفاته وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن قارون كان من قوم موسى فبغى عليهم وآتيناه من الكنوز ما إن مفاتحه لتنوء بالعصبة أولي القوة إذ قال له قومه لا تفرح إن الله لا يحب الفرحين. صدق الله العظيم. Brothers and sisters, earlier this month I talked about Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and the external challenge, and that was the Pharaoh. In every community there is external challenges, external enemies, and there are internal enemies. As in case of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, external enemies so many, and then internal enemies, hypocrites. The remedy for the external enemy was that the force. They don't listen to the verbal persuasion. They don't listen to the reasoning. They don't listen to the logic, rationale. They listen to the force. And that was the symbol the Hazrat Musa alayhi salam showed with the force of the staff. And that was the lesson for the generations to come. Start with the verbal persuasion, but most of the time, none of the time they listen. And that the force is the answer. In case of internal challenges internal enemy, it is even more kind of complicated because they are not sometimes clear. Hypocrites were not clear that they were the enemies. In case of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, children of Hazrat followers of Hazrat Musa, it was Qarun. Qarun was from among his own people. Inna Qaruna kana min qawmi Musa fabagha alayhim. Qarun was among his own people and he rebelled. How he rebelled? Because he was rich, he was powerful, he violated every principle Hazrat Musa alayhi salam tried to teach. And not only that, he challenged Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. On one time, he hired a bad woman, paid her a lot of money, so that she would level allegations against Prophet Musa alayhi salam. And he challenged Prophet Musa alayhi salam in public. When Hazrat Musa alayhi salam said, bring that person, he brought, and with the hukm of Allah Ta'ala, she told the whole truth. That he has paid me, he has hired me to level allegations against you. He was, of course, humiliated in front of the people and could not defend himself. وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُنْتَصِرِينَ. And he could not even defend himself. However, so this Qarun was very rich person, and Quran says, وَآتَيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْكُنُوزِ مَا إِنَّ مَفَاتِحَهُ لَتَنُوءُ بِالْعُصْبَةِ أُولِي الْقُوَّةِ. That the keys of his treasures, his safe, so heavy that even the stronger people had difficulty to carry them. In this situation, there are different people. There are people, the way Quran says, وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. They would tell the truth, they would advise people for the haqq. And in this case, there were people who advised him. Advised him what? إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ مُوسَى لَا تَفْرَحْ. إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ قَوْمُهُ لَا تَفْرَحْ. His people said, Qarun, don't gloat, don't boast. Allah does not like people who boast or gloat. And he would not listen, of course. Then it continues, وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ دَارُ الْآخِرَةَ. This is the address to every rich person. Every rich person. Quran says, why don't you seek akhirah from the wealth you have? Allah Ta'ala has taken care of your world, has given you so much wealth. You don't worry about the world, worldly affairs. You are free from the financial needs. وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ دَارُ الْآخِرَةَ. Whatever Allah has given, use this to get better for the world hereafter. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. But we are not saying to you, you abandon your world. You don't buy a big house. You don't have a nice house, nice car. You come to the masjid on the cycle. Quran is not saying, وَابْتَغِ فِي مَا, but seek. Your objective, your objective should be, your goal should be the world hereafter. And this is the beauty of the Quran. Everywhere, it gives you the balance. Here clearly Quran is saying, seek the world hereafter. but don't become monastics. Don't abandon the world. Too extreme. Too extreme. One extreme is Alhaakumut takasuru hatta zurtumul maqabir. You are so capitalistic, you are so materialistic that you forget everything. You go more and more money until you go to the qabr, go to the grave. On the other hand, وَرَهْبَانِيَّةً ابْتَدَعُوهَا مَا كَتَبْنَاهَا. We did not ordain monasticism as the Christians did, and some of the Muslims do. وَرَهْبَانِيَّةً ابْتَدَعُوهَا. Allah Ta'ala did not prescribe monasticism, that you abandon the world. Here Quran is very clearly saying, وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. And then says, وَأَحْسِنْ. What a beautiful word. وَأَحْسِنْ. And excel. Excel yourself. Do good to your family. Do good to the community. وَأَحْسِنْ كَمَا أَحْسَنَ اللَّهُ إِلَيْكَ. The way Allah Ta'ala has given you lot of blessings, you use this for yourself. Have a bigger house, have a nice car, have a nice clothing. Kama ahsanallah. The way you also do distribute this happiness. Be a role model. Be a role model for the community. The community looks at you. He is a resourceful man. He is a rich man. He is a big house. He has huge cars. How he does it? To the other people, to the Muslim causes. In case of Musa alayhi salam, of course, for tabligh, you need finances. So he could have used the huge treasures he has to do good deeds with Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. But he did not. What he did? لا تبغي الفساد في الأرض إن الله لا يحب المفسدين. So this fasad, this corruption, two kinds. One is that you violate the principles of Islam, and then the other way is you don't do what Islam asks you to do. The wealth you have, Quran says, حَقٌّ لِلسَّائِلِ وَالْمَحْرُومِ. This is their haqq. This is not you are giving charity. We say in English, we give charity. It is not the charity. It is their haqq you are giving. If you don't give their haqq, you are robbing their haqq. In India, Pakistan, the beggars, when they ask you, so we say, in response, we say, Baba maaf karo. With harsh word, Baba maaf karo. Mu'af, you understand the word. We ask them, please forgive me. Forgive what? We ask to forgive the rights they have on us. Haqqul lisa'ili wal mahroom. But no, we don't. Not only we don't give their share, not only we don't do our obligations, we rebuke them. So here Quran is saying, Innahu la yuhibbul mufsidin. Don't create corruption with this money you have. Then, when he heard this advice, Qarun, what he said? قال إنما أوتيته على علم عندي. What I have gotten this wealth this is because of my own knowledge. He is not denying Allah. He is from children of Israel. He is not denying Allah. He is saying, Qala innama utituhu. He has given me. But he said, it is because of my knowledge. So here it is a very kind of a delicate, we say, oh yeah, I became doctor because I worked hard. Because I sought the knowledge. What the Quran says, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. All this knowledge came from where? From your Lord. عَلَّمَ الْإِنسَانَ مَا لَمْ يَعْلَمْ. We taught you what you did not know. You did not have any knowledge. So here Quran is saying, this is arrogance. قَالَ إِنَّمَا أُوتِيتُهُ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ عِنْدِي. Then Quran slap on his face with the same knowledge, the word knowledge. قَالَ إِنَّمَا أُوتِيتُهُ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ عِنْدِي أَوَلَمْ يَعْلَمْ. And if you have the knowledge, you would have seen how Allah Ta'ala has destroyed the previous people like you. You say you have knowledge. All these things came to you because of the knowledge. Brothers and sisters, until and unless the word kun is decreed, you and me cannot do anything. Cannot do anything. It is the kun from Allah Ta'ala. So, أَوَلَمْ يَعْلَمْ أَنَّ اللَّهَ قَدْ أَهْلَكَ مِنْ قَبْلِ مِنَ الْقُرُونِ مَنْ هُوَ أَشَدَّ مِنْهُ قُوَّةً وَأَكْثَرُ جَمْعًا. He did not have, he says, he bragged that he had the knowledge and he got wealth because of his knowledge. If he had the knowledge, he should also had the knowledge that how Allah Ta'ala destroyed the people before him who were more powerful than him, who were more richer than him. Then the Quran continues. Then Quran describes فَخَرَجَ عَلَىٰ قَوْمِهِ فِي زِينَتِهِ. One day, he came out in front of his own people, ducked out, best of his dress, best of his ride, best of his car, best of his servants along with him. فَخَرَجَ عَلَىٰ قَوْمِهِ فِي زِينَتِهِ قَالَ الَّذِينَ يُرِيدُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا يَا وَيْلَتَنَا مِثْلَ مَا أُوتِيَ قَارُونَ. So here is, one is having money and one is mentality. One is mentality, capitalistic mentality. His people said, oh Allah Ta'ala, why don't you make, how wonderful He is. Why don't you make us like Him? That we should have a big ride, best clothes, arrogance. We should impress the people He is impressing. فَخْرَجَ عَلَىٰ قَوْمِهِ فِي زِينَتِهِ قَالَ الَّذِينَ يُرِيدُونَ الْحَيَاةَ الدُّنْيَا يَا وَيْلَتَنَا مِثْلَ مَا أُوتِيَ قَارُونَ إِنَّهُ لَذُو حَظٍّ عَظِيمٍ. He possesses so much respect and grandeur. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْعِلْمَ. And the people who have the knowledge, real knowledge. He said he had the knowledge, he became rich. Who had the real knowledge? They said the real thing is, the real reward is from the Allah who do good deeds and among the Sabirin. They are not sort of right away. They work hard, they make dua and they do sabr. Then Allah Ta'ala, whatever Allah Ta'ala decrees them. So brothers and sisters, these ayahs applies to every community. And community community, especially the people who have resources, who are rich, if they don't follow the rules Quran and Islam has stipulated, they are not the friends. They are not serving the cause of Allah. They are serving their own personal desires and causes. So make dua, Allah give us more sustenance, but also give us the ability and capacity and encouragement to spend in His path. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله. الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. Brothers and sisters, when Iran was conquered, a lot of wealth came to Medina. Hazrat Umar looked at the wealth. He started crying. People were celebrating. He started crying. They asked Umar, this is such a wonderful occasion. You are crying. He said, whenever wealth comes, people deviate from the right path. A friend of mine from the party of Jumu'ah Islami, he got into business and has a huge business. And he said, because of my business, a lot of time I'm unable to pray on time in congregation. So the thing is, as the Quran is emphasizing, don't forget your Creator. Because this is the weakness of the human being. إِنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ. The first is mal, first is wealth, and then comes the children, the test. So here the next, the ayah continues. فَخَسَفْنَا بِهِ وَبِدَارِهِ الْأَرْضِ مَا كَانَ لَهُ مِنْ فِيَةٍ يَنْصُرُونَهُ مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ وَمَا كَانَ مِنَ الْمُنْتَصِرِينَ. Then he was swallowed by the earth. I remember when I said it must be a miracle that earth swallowed Qarun. Probably you know there are sinkholes, and one of the biggest sinkholes in the world are in Kentucky. One of the biggest sinkholes in the world are in Kentucky, mostly around Mammoth Cave, 400 square miles. 400 square miles. You never know when it happens, and it would swallow the cars, the buildings, the houses. And very kind of well known was in 2014 in Bowling Green. There's a museum, there's a very famous car, Corvette museum, and the security cameras recorded that sinkhole collapsing, and it goes gradually. So when Qarun and his house was swallowed up by the earth, not only it went slowly, it stopped when his head was up, so that they can see. The way Fir'aun was, Quran says, we are going to save your body. As an example, the Qarun was made example too. People saw him swallowed up and his head sticking up. Look, he is the Qarun, he is the richest of the rich, most powerful of the powerful. So then, in the end, وَأَصْبَحَ الَّذِينَ تَمَنَّوْا مَكَانَهُ بِالْأَمْسِ يَقُولُونَ وَيْكَأَنَّ اللَّهَ يَبْسُطُ الرِّزْقَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ وَيَقْدِرُ لَوْلَا أَمَّنَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْنَا لَخَسَفَ بِنَا وَيْكَأَنَّهُ لَا يُفْلِحُ الْكَافِرُونَ. The people, the day before, they were saying, "Oh Allah, make us like Qarun." The next day they were saying, "Oh my God, what we were asking for this sinkhole." What the Quran says, وَيَدْعُ الْإِنسَانُ بِالشَّرِّ دُعَاءُهُ بِالْخَيْرِ وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ عَجُولًا. Human being so stupid that he prays for evil, for harm, did not know what is good for him, what is bad for him. وَيَدْعُ الْإِنسَانُ بِالشَّرِّ دُعَاءُهُ بِالْخَيْرِ وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانُ عَجُولًا. So brothers and sisters, when you make dua, Allah make things good for us. It's not that blindly, because we don't know what happens tomorrow. He knows everything. So here, لَوْلَا مَنَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْنَا لَخَسَفَ بِنَا. We had been in the same hole. So brothers and sisters, here is my conclusion. We need to make dua for more sustenance, for sure, but for good causes. For good causes. Let's make dua. Allah will increase our sustenance, but make us the people who follow لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. Oh Allah, make us the people with increased sustenance, but give us some capability. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ مَاذَا يُنْفِقُونَ قُلِ الْعَفْوَ. Oh Allah, give us the sustenance, give us the ability to spend more. Among the people, وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ وَمَنْ يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. They sacrifice their own needs. Do we? Rich people don't have to. وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. So this is for me and for everybody whom Allah Ta'ala has blessed. They need to make pledges. Only prayers would not be enough until أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ. This is the denial of the deen. So make promise to yourself. This is not fundraising for any project. This is a warning for me and warning to everybody whom Allah Ta'ala has blessed. Be as generous as possible. رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّاتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ وَاجْعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا واهدنا وعافنا وارزقنا. اللهم اغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا. ربنا اشرح لنا صدورنا ويسر لنا أمورنا واحلل عقدة من ألسنتنا ويفقهوا قولنا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. रब्बी जअलनी मुक़ीम अस्सलाति व मिन ज़ुर्रिय्यती रब्बना तक़ब्बल दुआ रब्बना इग़फ़िर ली व लिवालिदैया व लिल-मुमिनीना यौम यक़ूमुल हिसाब अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मद व अला आलि मुहम्मद बिरहमतिका या अरहमर राहिमीन।